Welcome, everybody, to the Tipped and Stiffed podcast with your host, Cade Alvarez and
Jarod Sturridge.
And you thought he all died, and I did too. I have to be honest, when I stood over his body and he was motionless, and I proceeded to empty 12 more rounds into him. And you would think at the funeral, I know it seems like I'm a bad person for trying to murder you, but you're actually a bad person for having the funeral.
I lied. I went further to cover up a lie.
You did.
You only killed one person. I lied to hundreds of people that day that I died. My mom was weeping.
Weeping. She was. And she was weeping that I was not wearing a mask at the funeral.
But hey, I think we can shake on that because I'm happy you did that. And that's what I would have wanted if I really had died.
And I appreciate you not pressing charges now that you're alive and returning to the show. So
I'm going to press charges so quick.
Round of applause.
Thank you,
Jarod. Welcome back to the show.
Thank you.
Today, we have a very special guest with us.
Give it up for me. It's me. I'm Halo.
What's up?
Do I have to give my last name? Do you need my personals?
No.
Okay, good. It's just Halo.
Cool. There we go. Welcome to the podcast.
What's up?
Yeah. Thank you for joining us.
I'm happy to be here.
You reaced out a long time ago.
Like 10 years ago. It was literally
last summer,
graduating middle school. It was fucking horrible.
You did, and we were I was like, who is this? I was like, you were the first person who ever asked, like, proactively at the time to be on the podcast.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Now it's a little different because, like, when we go to like small gig places,
for sure,
there's like a bunch of like little bands that, like, the drummer will come up to us and be like, so what about like the podcast? I'm like, I'll get back to you.
Oh, no. Dude, I just like ask people because I'm like, I just want to get out there, man. I got some shit to say.
Yeah.
Some shit to say.
Good. This is a good place to say all of it.
Ooh,
or a decent amount. Maybe
down.
not all.
I'll put it down.
Put it down. So tell us about yourself. Who are you?
Oh God, I'm fucking tired. I'm fucking exhausted. I'm just a silly little guy, man. That's how I just see I'm just a silly guy. I do silly guy things. I feel like I live the most MTV ass 19-year-old life a bitch could ever live. Like, if I genuinely had like the Kardashian crew around me, like cameras and everything, oh honey, I'd be a multimillionaire. The shit that happens to me on like a day-to-day basis, like literally last night I drove home from Madison with one of my homies, and there was like a party of like literally like 20 people in my fucking 1,000-foot square feet apartment. Like, that's a lot of people.
Right.
And we just got really fucking drunk. Some dude pissed in my trash can in the middle of the kitchen. It was horrible. I found out that he was on perks, and he literally went into our pantry and tore up like all of our snacks. And I was just like, my Oreos.
What?
Like, come on, man. Come on. The double stuff too. Family size.
Well, we should dox him for that.
We should I was going to press charges. I shit you not. I was like, this is invasion of property.
Well,
this is invasion.
The pissing is a bit much.
Yeah, that's like exposure.
He like fell asleep on the floor, like on my cat's bed, and I was like, okay, nice. And then like 10 minutes later, like he got up like really frantically, and I was like, dude, are you good? And he was just like, and I was like, okay, this is the perks trying to tell me something right here. And he like went into my bedroom, like, mind you, I don't know this guy really well. Like, he's been over a couple times, but like, it's a fucking party. There's so many people there. And he lays on my floor in my bedroom underneath my desk, like a dog. And I'm like, all right. And he's there for like an hour, and then he gets up and like pisses in the trash can. It's like, that's how my life has been. Yeah, it's great. I'm a stripper. My love life is god awful. It's god awful. Social media life is fire though. That's popping off. It was press week. But yeah, I don't know. I have a lot of like hobbies.
Yep.
I'm a hobby person. I like to get out. I am literally the most spontaneous motherfucker. Yeah, I don't want to talk about it. No, I totally do want to talk about it, but I don't talk about it. Like, so many people give me shit. They're like, how did you do this to yourself? And I'm like, bro, I had a shit ton of money, had a shit ton of time.
Right.
Let's go.
How does anyone do anything?
As anyone does anything.
Time, money.
Yeah.
You got a lot of tattoos. You got appreciation for tattoos.
I have 31 and I have 19, and I have them all over my body. The only place I don't have like tattooed is like my feet, my calves, my ass, and like my shoulders. I have my face done. I got my neck done. I'm getting more of my face done for my birthday.
Nice.
Get my stomach more filled out this March, and then I think I'm gonna do my chest piece this fall. So I have everything nicely spaced out.
Cool.
I plan it like a psychopath because I don't know, it's nice, man. It's great. Where's the ink over here, huh?
Dude, we have
Y'all look
literally
like some
none.
weak colored bugs.
I have one tattoo idea, and it's just like low key as fuck. But like, I might not even do it. That's
Triforce
the
on your
thing.
hand. A rose and a lion. The compass.
Shout out, Ethan.
I wanted to do I'm still thinking about
Who's calling you? Someone's calling.
That's my sugar daddy. OMF.
Wait, if he calls back, do you?
Oh my. No. Actually, getting that live would be fucking hysterical because literally, like, if I could read you the messages, I'm so sorry to like bounce conversations so quick.
Well, this is good.
Going.
But like this motherfucker literally, can I read you the messages? Hold, please.
Yeah.
Okay, so we like went out the other day because like he was like really sad or whatever, and I was like,
How old's this guy?
He's like 35.
Okay.
Maybe.
Respectable.
Not respectable.
Not respectable.
Where the fuck is his chat in my phone? Johnny Boo Bear, here we go. He calls me Boopa, by the way, and I think it's so fucking weird, but it's so cute.
Boopa.
So here's the background. So we go to 2 different restaurants. He takes me to Buckley's. We have some drinks, and he's like just like sobbing, and I'm like, nice. And then we go to Carnivore and we get Wagyu because he is fucking loaded. And he was like, baby, I need you to have the best Wagyu. And I was like, I literally had this like 2 weeks ago. I'm like, please, like, calm down right now, please. And then after this, he's like a little junkie, and he hits me with the, you want to go play pool? And I'm like, yes, I want to go play pool. Are you kidding me? So we go to this place called Landmarkers out in Landmark. Somewhere,
Milwaukee?
somewhere in Milwaukee. Shout out Milwaukee. So we go there. He literally pays off the bouncer. To get me in because, mind you, I'm 19. I know, barely legal. And we get some drinks in. We're playing pool. He immediately starts picking fights with people at this place. Starts picking a fight with this fucking John Doe motherfucker. Walks away 15 minutes later. Buys a round of shots for like some very interesting looking people. And he's like, I hate to be this guy. He's really fucking racist. And these people were just like definitely going to use him for his money. And I'm like, go ahead. Buys them all shots of Casamigos. I'm like, fucking go crazy. And he starts getting in a fight with them too. Eventually he gives them our pool table in the middle of our game of pool. So I'm like, you know what? I think I'm going to go to the bathroom. I got to have a little moment.
You get out
I
there.
ended up calling my little sister, Carly. Love her so much. And I call her and I'm like, mind you, I'm like 4 drinks, 3 shots in. I'm 100 pounds. I am a lightweight. I call my sister and I'm like, I'm so drunk. I gotta tell you what's going on. I'm spilling her all this fucking drama, how he's being weird as fuck, just annoying as hell, whatever. And she's like, dude, like, do you need to get out of there, man? And I'm like, dude, I'm so fucking drunk right now. Girl in the bathroom, she goes, dude, are you good? I walk out of the stall like with no pants on, and I'm like, no, I am not good actually. And she looks at me, she's like, baby, like, what's going on? Like, who are you with? Like, do you not feel safe? And I was like, is that a vape in your hand? She's literally concerned for my life. I'm like, is that a fucking posh man? Like,
Can I rip that?
I'm like, hey, yo, like, I'll tell you if I can hit that. I'm gonna call. And so she, like, of course lets me hit that shit. I tell her I'm not doing good, and she's like, she's a fucking Oscar nominee at this point. She goes, okay, well, let's tell him that you know me from high school and you're gonna come hang out with me and my friends. And I was like, holy shit, women actually do this for other women? Like, I thought that was just like a fake thing. Ghost. And so she like goes up to him and they like immediately start like fighting. I'm talking like yelling at each other. Like, I don't know this woman. She's great though.
Shout out to her.
Shout out Izzy.
Yeah.
Like, you're amazing if you see this. But like, she like kind of started going at him and he was just copping hella attitude. And eventually like she just like takes me away. I'm with her group. Long story fucking short, he like leaves. He's flirting with one of the guys that's over in that section, by the way, with me and Izzy. He was flirting with one of the guys, like, to a point where like he bought him a drink, and I was like, Johnny, stop being so silly. Probably shouldn't name drop, but like literally nobody knows who it is. So, and Johnny's the most basic name in the world. Sorry if your name is Johnny. So he texts me last night or the other night when this was happening, and he was like, you were fucking awful. You were fucking awful, and I was already about to kill myself. You left me for some penny stock townie friends who you haven't talked to in 2 years, mind you. I had no clue who these people were. I just didn't want to hang out with them anymore.
He said penny stock?
Penny stock townie friends. What the fuck? Penny stock is capitalized, by the way. And I said, okay, damn, didn't need that. He goes, yeah, neither did I. Goodbye, Halo. And I was like, okay, LOL. He goes, fuck you. How dare you? This is the first time I'm ever mad at you. I hope it was worth it. Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, you fucking liar. Literally because I didn't want to be with him anymore. He sent me like $300 yesterday, by the way. After this.
Since the...
Yeah. By the way, damn. I bet your friends will be there for you, Boopa. In quotes. And then the rest of it is basically, I'm going to kill myself. I hate you. And then this is what I just sent him.
Just...
Like literally, like the hate messages. Like the hate messages, nothing but Tyler the Kidder.
Okay.
I'm still blown away that he used penny stock as an insult. That's someone going to college saying like, yeah, you're GED having friends, like on such a weird thing.
That's just how it is, you know.
Right.
I just laugh it off.
See, the bathroom, I'm glad it was a safe place for you, because I was at a bowling alley and the bathroom became a very unsafe place for me. Did I tell this story yet?
No.
I was at fucking Sheridan Lanes in Kenosha, and I'm with like 3 of my friends, and we're just like having a bunch of beer and bowling.
Sounds like
I was like, let's just do that. And I go to the bathroom because I was going to hit a vape and, sit in the stall and hit a vape. So I'm in there and I'm alone in there and I'm like pretty drunk and I'm just fucking chilling.
Jerk off.
Writing on the walls says jerk off. And I hear this dude walk in and he goes to the stall, the urinal, which is on the other side of the stall that I'm in. And he's sitting there and he does one of those like old man pisses where he just like his whole body like shakes. Probably he's like
No,
every dude knows dude knows what that is. Yeah.
They're probably 40. Like I think you have to hit 40 before those start to happen. And he's there and like I kind of laugh like a little bit.
Like a slight like exhale.
Yeah, just a little bit like that. But I was looking at my phone and he goes, you laughing at me in there? Are you laughing at me? And I'm like, what? Hello? Are you talking to me? And he's like, are you laughing at me in there?
Oh my God.
And I'm like, no, I'm looking at my phone right now. He's like, oh, all right. My bad. And he goes, and he's like, what does he say? You're like, what's your name? And I give my fake name is, what was my fake? I told you what I usually say. I say Roger. When anybody asks my fake name, I say Roger. And I don't remember what his name was, but he starts like just telling me his whole life and like how he's having such a bad night at the bowling alley. All his friends like think he's gay or something, and he's really upset that his friends think he's gay.
It's like a Thursday night at the bowling.
Dude, it was literally Thursday night. It was Thursday night, and he's screaming at me about his friends thinking he's gay. And he's like, I'm not fucking gay. I got a baby coming in May. It's a baby girl. Like I'm not fucking gay.
Bars. Where's the
Bars?
But he's like, I'm not fucking gay. You could come out here and hug me while I'm on this urinal, and it wouldn't do nothing for me.
He's my chub right now.
Dude, if it was another man, he was like, come out and hug me when you're done.
Wait, so you don't even know what he looks like at this point?
No. I don't know what he looks like. He's wearing like Adidas, like just running shoes, and he's just sitting there, like could be anybody. He keeps pushing me to like come out and hug him while he's pissing at the urinal when I'm done shitting, which is what he thinks I'm doing. And I'm like, no, like I'm gonna be in here for a minute. Like I had corn dogs at the thing and I drank all night. And he's like, no, I'll wait, man. It's fine. Everybody knows I ain't fucking gay. And he's just going off.
That's weird.
Meanwhile, I'm literally texting my friends outside like, yo, there's a situation. Come fucking help me out here. And our buddy Tyler, who's with me, he comes in and I see his shoes and I fucking get out and wash my hands and I dip out of the bathroom.
That's weird because that guy probably would have waited. Like that.
Yeah.
Like,
that's some fuck shit, bro. He could have Bill Cosby'd you or something.
Yeah.
Listen.
It's some real shit, bro. Guys get roofied all the time. Everybody gets roofied. Everybody gets stabbed. Everybody hurts.
Everybody hurts.
Everybody hurts.
Everybody poops.
Everyone probably should be afraid of like men, including men.
Yeah, I'd completely agree.
Because statistically speaking, 95% of the prison population is dudes for a reason.
Yeah.
Dude, guys be plotting some.
I mean, like
that.
women are like also crazy. Like,
Right.
don't get me wrong, but I feel like I would just be like horny. I'd be like a woman trying to kill me. Oh yes, if it's a man trying to kill me, I'm gonna kill myself before he can kill me, honey.
Right.
I'm goner.
Ain't nobody killing me.
No, I'll let a woman kill me. I'll just say them like, yeah, take it, give it to me. It'd definitely be one of those situations. I mean, unless if it's like an ugly woman and she like really wants to like turn me into the middle piece of the human centipede. I don't want that.
Right.
Like, this is also definitely the vibe. I feel like I was gonna get kidnapped. I was like,
Where would it be an abandoned theater? Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know what's back there.
No,
Said it was haunted.
Case is back there.
This is just part of the studio, but what's weird on the other side of this wall is like another storefront, and then on the other side of that storefront is a 100-year-old theater.
Ugh, hate that.
It's really like when you walk in though, you feel like you travel in time.
Is it pretty? Is it like still like, or is it like run down pretty?
There's parts of it that are still intact. You see that picture right behind you on the wall?
There's 1,000 pictures.
The one like right directly behind you, like of that stairwell.
Oh,
that's
yeah,
what
I
it
do
used
see
to look
that.
like.
That's actually really pretty.
It was invested by one of the original CEOs of Universal.
Oh, look at that.
Yes.
In our little shitty town of Kenosha, Wisconsin.
We agree.
Yep.
Dude,
Yeah, what?
y'all gotta get out of here. Get out of Kenosha, bro. Get the fuck out.
Yeah.
Everybody that's here,
that
get
is
the
the
fuck
plan.
out. Get the fuck out.
That is part of our plan because Jarod and we only have our lease is up in November, and then we plan on going to Milwaukee.
Pour up, get in my building. I'll get y'all in.
Thank you.
That ass.
Do we want to do a year there?
Yeah.
And then we want to do a year somewhere else. We're right in this transitionary period where we're trying to learn more like video editing stuff because Bryce and Eric, who do the production for us, do all the editing, and we're trying to learn that. But at the same time, we have the music that we make going on at the same time, and it's just like, as you can imagine, it can be a lot of work.
Yeah,
Right.
definitely.
And you need more people to talk to like work with.
I will literally be here once a week. I will be here every Sunday.
Be an audience member. That'd be fun as fuck.
I'd love to be an audience member. I'll just be like a third party. I'll just like chime in and be like, that sounds stupid. Fucking lame.
Throw tomatoes.
I'm throwing tomatoes.
What was the drive here? Driving in? I mean, we don't have the skyline.
Like, okay, driving here feels like going. I won't get this reference because you don't like. It's like going from like the high end side of the store to the clearance section. That's the drive here. It's going from Nordstrom to Nordstrom Racks.
Right.
It's going from Target to Walmart.
Well, it's more like maybe like Ross's Dress for Less.
It's actually going to Goodwill. I don't know, man. Like I drove out here earlier and I saw my grandma. I love my grandma. And like she like got me like little candies for Valentine's Day, and I was just like driving down here and I was like, dude, fuck out of my way, bro. I just play Frogger on the interstate. Like literally, like it's like, all right, let's drive through the city for 15 minutes, play fucking Frogger for 45 minutes, and then play fucking driving simulator for 15 minutes, wherever I need to go around here.
Right.
But I mean, it's not horrible. I drive out here all the fucking time.
Right.
All the fucking time to begin with, which sucks because I wanted to literally not do that all the fucking time. But of course.
Are you from Milwaukee or are you from somewhere else?
I'd love to think that I wasn't from here. But I was.
You're from here?
Yeah. I'm born and raised Kenosha.
Born and raised.
Born and raised Hillbilly Hell. Shout out Hillbilly Hell. I know.
When did you make the move?
I actually just made the move this last September, and it was really weird. It was really weird moving out because it was very like spontaneous.
Right.
So like my little sister and her boyfriend, they like had already moved up to Milwaukee like probably like 4 or 5 months prior, and they had like the tiniest bedroom in their apartment, and they were like, we don't like know what to do with it. Like I had gone up there a few times like prior to like visit them or whatever and like check out their place. And I was like, dude, what are you doing with this spare bedroom? And, you know, I was kind of like joking about it for a minute. And then me and my dad were tussling, bro. We were tussling. And I was just like, bro, I'm going to kill myself. And I was really down bad. And I was just like, fuck this. Started packing up all my shit. Started moving it all the fucking walking. Like, he did not help me pack a single thing.
Right.
Like, everything I did by myself. And, like, that shit was horrible. Like, bro, I had just turned 19.
Right.
Like, just turned 19. And I was like, man, fuck this shit. So I moved all my shit up there. Started, like, I fucking moved. It took me, like, maybe, like, 2 weeks to move in. And I quit my job out here. Started getting in the club life. And then I told my little sister, I was like, listen, like, because I didn't want to move into your place. Like, I'm only going to be here till the end of the year. And I moved in my apartment building December 8th.
So you're self-sustaining. You get your own thing going on.
I am self-sustaining. Well, me and my
Good for you.
roommate are together.
Cool.
But
very nice.
yeah, she's wonderful. We party so goddamn much. Come party with us.
Okay.
Not you guys.
What's it? You said you got into the club life. What's the club life?
Club life is so psychotic. I had some dude snort coke off my ass like last week.
What was your first introduction into the part, like club life? Like, where did you enter from? Like,
so, like, literally, okay, I guess like the first like ever like stripping experience I had was for my 19th birthday. I actually got to dance with my friends Lil out in Chicago at Admiral Theater. I don't like that club. I'm sorry.
Wait, Lil, is that Leanna?
Yes.
Yeah. I went to school.
Love that bitch. She's so gorgeous, and she's such
Leanna.
the gag. I know. You didn't know?
I just
swear.
it's a small world.
Yeah.
Yeah, like everybody's a dancer now. It's kind of great. But like, so me and her kind of like did like a one night thing. I just really didn't like it. It wasn't my style club. And like, she's happy there. I know she makes fucking bank there, so I'm like letting her do her thing, but it's just not my style club. There's a lot of different style clubs, but I just didn't like it so much, so I took like a couple months off or whatever, and I was like still doing my like regular like chef job or whatever. Love cooking, but not anymore like that. And then I started shipping just because like I wanted quick, easy money and attention.
Right.
It sounds horrible, but it's true. That shit is such an ego boost because I know that I'm just a little attractive. I know that I'm just like kind of pretty, and I just like it works.
Right.
I'm trying to be humble.
Right.
Trying to be humble.
What is I bet you, was it a little daunting going into it at first though?
Honestly, like, yeah, I was terrified. So like when I moved up to Milwaukee, I went to 2 different clubs to like look at, and like club A that I worked at, or I went to, it was like beautiful fucking like bougie ass fucking club. I ended up working there for like September, October, November, December, and like a little bit in January. Bogus. But anyway, they were like super bougie, super everything I wanted, best club ever. And then the second club that I like looked at, like just to like audition at, oh my god, they had bedrooms upstairs for the customers to fuck the strippers. Like a brothel. And I was like, I think I'm gonna get the fuck out because I didn't want anything to do with that. Like, I know that there's like, you know, club fucking DCFS. DC, ABC, I don't know how to use the alphabet. Anyway, there's a bunch of fucking clubs out here in the Wisconsin area, like that prostitute, and it's really fucking scary. Right.
No, because that's, I mean, when you start breaking past the line of into prostitution, you can start getting really scarily close to human trafficking.
It's human trafficking. There are literally people in this world, I don't know if you guys know this, called buggers, and they carry multiple amounts of STDs to give them to people.
What
I am dead fucking serious. Like, there are people that try to go out there, get like AIDS, HIV, gonorrhea, chlamydia, like herpes, like everything.
I've heard about
they
this.
Collect those shits.
It's like a shame thing.
Literally, bro. It's like a kink, like shame, like crazy fucking thing to like ruin people.
Yeah. Like this destruction thing. They talked about that on Tim Dillon. It's horrific.
So crazy.
Yeah.
It's so scary.
I wonder if there's people who like that you can hire or that they can hire to facilitate that.
What are we on? What?
Like, that's weird.
Hold the phone. I know. You know, I feel like
It's called tipped and stiffed.
listen. I feel like I know quite a bit of few fucked up things about the world, but that just blew my mind.
Oh, honey.
Yeah.
The like layer of iceberg I'm on fucked up media, you don't even want to know.
Well, 'cause
I've scarred myself.
on this program,
We keep it PG-13.
on this family-friendly program, show your kids this.
I'm not family friendly.
I
said that right.
We talk about human trafficking quite a bit. Well, we talk about like the Epstein stuff. We talk about the Ghislaine Maxwell, like stuff with politics. You know what I mean? We get into that, and it was interesting. I knew prior to you coming on that you would have an insight into stuff like that, and I think it's interesting to hear you directly talk about how here's a club that like you're so close to such a monstrous part of humanity.
It reminds me that like living in Kenosha, being that fucking middleman between like Chicago and Milwaukee. I've been hearing since I was in the fucking freshman year that like it's just the highway for like this kind of shit, human trafficking.
There's like if you think about it, even if you're into doing like big drug facilitating, like if you're going from Chicago to Milwaukee, why are you not going to hit Kenosha? Why are you not? It's all a market from here to there.
It's a great middle ground. And like, so here's my thing lately, and I want you to think about how this makes me feel. So the social media thing with the club, I'm really big on it because I love being like a promoter. I'm really good at advertising, and I have literally had men come into the club, stare at me from like the back corner, like come up to my stage, not tip me by the way, just sit on my stage, watch me like a fucking falcon, and then they'll leave, and then they'll DM my stripper account, and they'll be like, hey, I saw you at the club tonight. I was wondering if you wanted to come home with me. You looked so beautiful. And I was like, who the fuck are you?
Right.
Did you give me $1,000 tonight? No. Why the... People see me at the club. I'm literally convinced that I probably have like 15 stalkers. Like I guarantee. There's ain't no fucking way, bro.
Yeah.
It's terrifying because it's
like
happened so many times.
Walk in.
Like genuinely.
Do some of the other gals have this problem as well?
I'm assuming so, but like I've talked about it to like a couple of my girlfriends, and they're like, I don't strip enough to do that, like to have that. And it's like, okay, well, like, you know, my club, like their company brand thing, because it's 4 clubs under one name, like they have a really big following on Instagram, and you know, I strip a lot, so every time I'm there I take a cute outfit pic, like of course, and I post it, I tag them, they always repost it. I'm like one of the fucking most accounted girls on their feed. Like people are gonna see me on that shit. They're gonna be like, oh, I wonder who's there tonight. Flip through the fucking story of the club name and you're gonna see, and I'm always there. So it's like, how do I not have a fucking, like, yeah, there's other girls that are always there too, but it's like they don't have like as big as a reach of me. You're doing this because you're doing the social media grind. Yes, right. I'm hustling.
No, and this is the thing.
The pros and cons of
that I think even you know, what we do. You know, I talk to it's interesting because when you start talking about marketing, right? No matter what you do, you're in business.
Of course, I'm a businesswoman.
Right.
Hell.
No, no matter what you do, you're in business. And it's like, I remember, fun story from work. 2 days ago, I do sales. What do you do? I do sales. Okay, And I had a guy come in, and I try to build rapport. I'm like, what do you do for work? And he's like, I'm a magician. I was like, you're fucking with me. And he's like, no, I'm a real magician. I was like, what? And he's like, my name's Tristan Christ. I have a real, he's like, I have a, not a studio, like a venue in Lake Geneva. Oh yeah. Guy has like 3 billboards on the way from Kenosha to, like, he's the real deal. I looked him up. He's, you know, it's legit, guys. Yeah, legit magician. When you hear someone's a magician, I'm like, right, and I immediately become concerned. I go, how is your mental health doing? Why do you like being at kids' birthdays parties so much? And then it's like, you know, he's like, no, I'm the real deal. And the people he was with were like assistants of his. And I was like, one of them was
a magician assistant.
Like literally the ones who get cut in half. Like they're that job.
I thought you were talking like he's got like a secretary.
He does. This guy's got real shit. He's a real magician. And I was like, I was looking at your Instagram, man. And I was like, you should do reels. Like, why don't you make TikToks? He's like, I don't really want to do that. I'm like, what are you talking about? I'm like, isn't this like the grind? Like the whole point of doing, and he's like, no. I'm like, I was just talking about, I'm like, he's like, oh, we do like YouTube videos. And I was like, telling him, like, I was like, you know, I was looking at the 3-month stats of this podcast. For the past 3 months, video only.
Yeah.
Like 2,000 views across the board.
Love to see it. Instagram
Reels, 31,000.
Exactly.
And that's what's not being understood. And
it's quick media.
Yes.
That's what it is. It's quick media.
Right.
Because if I'm like actually gonna like sit down and like do my makeup, I'm not gonna put it on TikTok. I'm gonna go to YouTube. But if I'm like sitting in my fucking bed, it's TikTok.
It's TikTok.
I love that app so much.
And you know what's crazy is that YouTube, I didn't know this. I was on YouTube today at work, and I came across it. I was scrolling through the videos. They fucking, you know how they added the thing where the videos kind of play just to show you like little tidbits of things. Yeah. It's funny because you know who did that first, that YouTube stole that from? Pornhub. Pornhub was the first actual place to do that. And YouTube then took that, but now YouTube has even gone further with it where you can put the fucking audio on. So they'll play the video before you even click on it, and you can watch it and like it and subscribe. So people are scrolling through it like TikTok, and instead of actually clicking on the video, letting it load, flipping the screen, you hold it vertically and can watch the video on an even smaller screen. I mean, it's demonic, but it makes sense.
I mean, that's fucking brand awareness or something.
It's the game.
It's fucking game.
It evolves constantly. I mean, we see everybody evolve together. All these different platforms evolve. When one does one thing, they're all competing. Right. It's all competition like this.
It's a game of Monopoly that nobody's ever gonna win.
No, and like we have to talk about all the time, like which things work, because we can see the numbers directly, and we're like, so much of it is spontaneous things. So much of it is the words like you use in the first second. Like it's nuts.
It's like casting a spell. It's weird.
Are you a witch? You give me witchy vibes. You're like ready to go to a funeral.
Yeah.
Out of love.
I was gonna. It was under the whole death thing. How I was coming back from the dead.
Okay, so this is your funeral fit.
My funeral. I'm gonna look good at my funeral. I like how this feels.
Oh yeah. How do you guys want to go? My dad wants to be like Viking sent off. Like put on a raft.
How do I want to die? Or how do I want to?
Yeah, like how do you want to be preserved? That was really bad.
I thought you meant like go. Because the way I want to get shot.
Oh, okay.
I want to go down to gunfire.
We'll break it into two questions. Like, how do you want to die if you could, and like, how do you want your body to be like preserved? Or like, do you want to be like cremated, like buried, like sent off in a rocket ship, like space? Tree. That's what I want to do. Like, I want take my dead body and throw it in some like tree roots. Yeah. And then just bury me, and then I'm fertilizer for the tree, and then I am the tree.
I want to own like land.
If a tree kills you, like if you
death by tree,
then they both happen at the same time.
I'm down.
It's fine.
I want to own land. I want me to like be buried intravenously with whatever seed that they choose for the tree, and I want to grow with the tree, and then I want like some sort of like hedge stone in front of that, and then I want every like people in my family, the dynasty, I should say, the empire. I want to
Strikes Back.
Right. I want like the preserved forest of like, that'd be crazy. Dude, could you imagine? Your
family is a forest.
Imagine your whole family planted as a forest.
That's actually so genius. Dude, why do we have cemeteries? Why do we have cemeteries? Why can't we just?
They're only pretty because they're nothing else. Like they're only pretty because they're like
they're sad.
They're only people. I'm saying people only make them pretty because we've made parts of them pretty. Like they have an aesthetic that just evolved from being ugly.
Yeah.
Well, you make a good point, because honestly, the two most wasteful things we have is graveyards and golf courses.
Yeah.
That was George Carlin's bit from when he was like, that's the biggest waste of land.
Yeah, it really fucking is. I don't get it, man. I would much rather just make me a tree. Make me a nice, pretty tree. Give me like a fucking tire swing, and I'm set.
Could you imagine if we turn like a part, like we choose a state that really doesn't have like a big population,
Montana.
and we just go, this is what we're gonna start doing here. Just like it's just gonna be trees. And just could you imagine taking, like, if you when you get older and you had a kid and you like had to go like bring them to see like your family and you brought them to the woods. How
I would immediately think I'm getting murdered. I'm immediately thinking my dad's gonna leave me here. God damn it, he's gonna leave me with the ancestor trees again. Dad's off the bridge again, taking me to the ancestor trees.
I think family sacrifice should come back.
I feel like I'd be terrified that like I'd need it to be like a bigger tree sapling than like those guys over there. Like I'd need it to be like I need to be like forced in the roots, so like I'm not like growing in the tree like outside.
Right.
Like, I don't want my bones popping out the like trunk of the tree.
The tree takes it
that'd
up.
be really fucked up. I feel like.
I think
like
the tree
that'd be really
steals
fucked
your
up.
nutrients before it would. I think it would just dissolve
Your
everything.
bones
I
are
really
definitely still
hope
going to
so.
be there.
Are my bones?
Your bones
Our
last
bones.
a long time.
Yeah, they fucking do. They're nasty.
They,
If I could rip out my spine and wash it. Oh, baby.
just you could like zip down like, oh, you're
I'm
just
like
a
a
skeleton.
skinwalker. I just fucking zip down my body.
Shoot, do we want to get into the voicemails?
We've got about 20 minutes left.
You want to keep okay?
Oh, purr.
Maybe there's some cool funny stories or something that you could.
Dude,
Yeah,
oh my
we
God.
dive into
I was
the
expecting
dark
this to be
side
like
of
a
what you
fucking
do.
like 4-hour podcast.
We do
We want to get into that eventually, but we just don't have the.
we do shorter, and
the
also
moment.
for like, when you do shorter, it forces people to talk about other stuff quicker.
Yeah, I mean, like I can talk pretty fast about like a bunch of random fucking nonsense.
Right. You wanted to talk about conspiracies. Let's talk about
Dude,
conspiracies.
oh my God. Okay, so this is one of my favorite ones, and I've explained this to a few people, and this is like not like a traditional like UFO conspiracy. It's not a Bigfoot one. It's not like something you'd hear regularly. So the soul tree, like the tree of life or whatever, right? So there's like a conspiracy going around that the tree of life has been producing so much for so long. Like you have to think about life is not just like humans. Is it more than just humans? Is it how much life has consciousness?
Right.
Does a dolphin have consciousness? We are never gonna fucking know because we're not dolphins. We can't study consciousness by any means. So who's to say that every single thing that we consider life is from the soul, the tree of life? So the soul bank sits underneath the tree of life, and people are conspiracizing that this tree has been going for so long that it's producing fake souls and fake people. That's why you meet so many people and they are literally fucking CPUs. People with like
The NPC people.
The NPC people. I've met so many fucking NPC people, especially working at a fucking strip club. If I'm going up to you and I'm like, oh dude, I love your sneakers, and you're just like, thanks.
Yeah,
And you're
right.
People that don't like reciprocate anything from people that literally just like they have 5 things to say and then they're done. Like you're a
Maxed
fucking
out.
Dude, yeah.
side quest character that I can't even try to go to. Like it's a thing that I really think is interesting as fuck, because if you think about it, that's the kind of explains a lot. Like you meet so many people with real souls, and then you meet a fuck ton more with no soul.
Right. Because being in sales, I meet a lot of strangers every day.
Mm-hmm.
And, some people come in and it's like, damn, you are like a unique, truly your own human. And some
Yeah.
people come in and it's like, beep, boop, boop, boop.
Literally, bro.
It's weird. No,
I think the
it's,
conspiracy is different. I don't think that it's not producing souls anymore. I think it's taking back the souls that it gave out because people aren't using them properly.
Oh.
Instead,
I've had people also wonder that like if they're taking more time on the actual souls now, that's why people are so unique, is because they have only so many. They're gonna take their time on them, and like brings out the beauty of people.
Quality over
it feel
quantity.
individualistic.
right.
quality over quantity.
Quality
Good for
over
the
quantity.
soul
That's what
tree.
it is.
Well, you gotta. I mean,
Yeah.
think of a population of a city. I mean, Chicago's got like 3.5 million people in it, and you got to go. At least 1 million of those people are boring.
Yeah, at least 1 million of those people are fake.
Well, because so I talk to people at work. I'm like, what do you do after work? And
Wait,
they're
you
like,
guys just said 2 very different things. You said at least 1 million of those people are boring. You said 1 million of them are fake. Like they're
Yeah,
not.
boring
Like,
is
I
fake.
agree.
no, like
no,
they're
no.
like they don't
Boring
exist. Like
is
they're
fake.
not actual
If you have
humans.
no personality, you're a fake person to me. That's boring.
Like a skin suit, like plastic.
You
Not
are
real.
nothing but bone
No,
and skin.
she's got a point, because it becomes those things like people who are really boring, who don't have a personality, start like they'll have like an identity crisis.
Yeah.
Because they're like, who the fuck am I? And it's like, maybe you're nobody.
Or they've done the same fucking thing for 40 fucking years of their life and they've done nothing. Like the people that go to, I'm not shitting on these people because I know a lot of people like this, where they like birth, live their life, go to school through their fucking whole life, get a good job, and they do it for 40 fucking years straight. They don't have time to get married. They don't have time for kids. They don't have time. They just work their entire lives for nothing.
Right.
And then when they're fucking old, they just end up dying. Like, that's how you want to live your life?
Right.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
Do you know Ram Dass at all? He's
I
like,
think I do.
he's like he's spiritual.
I should.
He was a big like American spiritualist. What was interesting about him, he kind of the thing you're saying is that he talks about how like important it is to be like present. You know, I mean, take every moment as they come. You know, and one thing that he talked about is the kind of the people who they get born, they go to school, they get the job, they get married, they have the kids, they go retire, and
then you die.
And then you die. But the way that he puts it, and he says, those are collectors. He calls them collectors. He says as they go through life, they are collecting experiences, not actually living them. He's like, when they're collecting school, they're collecting a degree, they're collecting a job, they're collecting a significant other, they're collecting children,
and he says, they're collecting a life, as if that's a thing to collect,
as if in a material sense. And he goes into this thing. He goes, the most dangerous part about living that way, going throughout your entire life without being present, and that the moment that you need to be present for the most will be when you die, and you will try to collect that as if it's everything else the same, and you won't be able to.
I can't live that life.
No.
I can't. Like, literally, like, I need to, like, I was literally talking to my grandma about this, and I was like, girl boss, ain't no way am I finna live a life and work 40 hours a fucking week till I'm 55, till I'm 60. And she's like, oh, well, you're a little late on that. And I was like, girl boss, that shit is not happening. Nobody in my generation of people wants that life. And if you do, I'm sorry, you're fucking psychotic. Like, you're fucking psychotic. Like, you want to tell me you want to be a fucking like doctor and work 80 hours a week? Okay, bitch, go ahead with that nursing degree, baby. Tell me how it's going, because I know it's not doing good.
That's we've talked about that, especially with nurses. I mean, you talk to a lot of nurses, and
every fucking sorority girl ever. I literally could give two fucks about your nursing degree.
They think they got you when they're like, I'm getting a nursing degree, and it's like,
you fucking special.
It's like, no, they got you. They thought they played on your willingness to want to be like a caretaker.
I'm the world's biggest hater on some people. I'm so sorry, bro. Like, the RBF just goes on, and I'm just like, I can't fucking stand you.
This
Hate
podcast
Central.
Is a hater central.
Oh, I love it.
For
Good.
sure.
I would love to come on and talk shit on everything at all times. I'm like, okay, I'm like a hater on like things that need to be like hated on. Cargo shorts, hate them. Jorts, hate them. That's very mild. That maybe like refried beans. Sorry, I hate them.
I don't like refried beans. When they're always like, do you want rice and beans? I'm like, I'll take 2 rice.
Y'all are stupid. They're
rice.
good.
I do like 2 rice. I'm sorry.
2 rice.
2 rice is just better.
2 rice is better.
It's just better.
Should we do the voicemails?
Yeah, sure. We can listen to some voicemails. We got like 3
I
of them.
really hope they're not cringy.
Did you
Did you pre-read these?
I did pre-read them.
He vets them.
Okay.
He vets them.
Oh God.
This is the first one. That's it.
Dude, I had to be,
why?
This has become my new favorite part of the podcast. Like the last people we had, we were just listening to the voicemails, and it was a long pause, and some dude just goes, "Yeah," and just
I figured that like none of them were gonna be like real, like at all.
Well, this one might be real.
Oh, this one might be. I thought these were.
This is Carrot from the Dallas Cowboys Pro Shop, and if you could give me a call back, that would be great. Thank you.
What is that?
What is this?
If it's anything Dallas Cowboys related, it's definitely Sean Kershke. He is one of my traumatic friends.
He called in.
Yeah. He's
Possibly.
I really hope not.
He said it said Karen.
Karen, yeah, that's Sean.
They said Terrence. I think he said Terrence.
Terrence. All right,
Terrence, that's
here's the
Sean.
last one. This one's a little bit more in depth here.
Okay.
Yes, this is Romeo Mary with the Dallas Cowboys Pro Shop in Tyler, Texas. And I'm very interested in becoming a male stripper. I got a fat, wide ass.
Are you being trolled?
And I was just,
I'm
just
only
wondering how I go
always
about
ever being trolled
pursuing my
at all
dream.
times.
You're being trolled.
At all times, yeah.
Did he say a fat wide ass or a fat white
I think
ass?
fat white ass.
I'm gonna go with wide. I preferred wide.
Okay, fat wide ass.
Fat wide
He's
ass.
using two. Interesting.
And I was just wondering how I go about
Snapchat.
pursuing my dream career. Thank you and have a blessed day.
That sounds like one of two people. Like, okay, because I know Sean can like contort his voice because like he's like a really silly guy, but it also kind of sounded like G-Rap Money Swag, one of my homies. That's his legal name, by the way.
G-Rap, what is it?
G-Rat Money Swag.
G-Rap Money Swag.
G-Rat Money Swag. Tagged you in the chat. And I know he wouldn't do something like that. He's like a very respectful gentleman. So I'm gonna assume it's all one person that's just trying to troll me. So thank you so much for being just
A troll.
horrible.
We get trolled every week. We've had now almost every two when we first started doing it. We now have two.
Mm-hmm.
We've had people who don't like us call in from like the community and try to like fuck with us.
Drama.
And it's just so
Drama alert nation.
drama alert.
Killer Keemstar.
Killer Keemstar.
I want to take this home so bad.
It's embarrassing.
Oh yeah, 100%. 100%.
It's first of all, my favorite thing is just to go like, you're obsessed with me.
Yeah, I'm obsessed with it.
That's what I always say. I always say that to Cade.
It's
now it just catches
the
on.
Regina George Mean Girls quote. Why are you so obsessed with me?
But it is that, dude. When if someone's like, whoever this is, let's say this has bad intent to call, like even this is including the people who have called us with bad intent. It's like, how boring
To pick up the phone.
and to
The audacity. I swear.
It's like, get a job. Like, can you? Hey, please be one of those people who does do the 40-year stint.
Why can't you just be
Like-
nice? Why can't you just call and say something nice? Like, tell me that I have a fat ass. Like, tell me that, like, my liner looks good. Like, tell me something that isn't like, I'm Dallas Cowboys and I'm here to fuck your mom. Like, nobody gives a shit. Like, please. Why must you do this to me? I just want to be famous.
I like the voicemails because they've added
Hated
because we do have people who do call in who are genuine. Sometimes they're just trying to do like
I'm gonna
jokes.
only call in and be genuine now. I'm just gonna call and leave like voicemails like every day.
Can you call in
Thank
every
you.
week and
Please
just
do.
check with us?
I will.
That'd be
I'm gonna
so
call in
funny.
and be like, "Hey, what's up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. This is not my podcast. Subscribe to my OnlyFans. Halo.moon. Thanks so much." And
You
I'm
need
just
to
gonna
talk
plug
to the
my
peeps.
OnlyFans every single video.
We'll play it.
Truly, that would be hilarious.
Your numbers
I
actually
will
would
do
increase.
it. Can you please like put it on the
Put
it on the screen? It's fire content. I can't tell you now.
We can't show it.
Well, if we're
I
not
can
subscribed to, you can't get on there.
Yeah,
right?
I don't do anything for free. I'm so sorry, but like women really need to be like this in the industry, and I didn't think that I was gonna be like such a douchebag about it, but like, dude, it's such a bad thing. Like if somebody's sitting on my stage set and they're just staring at me, I'm gonna kick you in the fucking head with my heel. I'm gonna kick you in the fucking hell.
Well, you're performing. I mean, it's the thing. It's like if, like you said earlier, like it's a little freaky to do at first. So it's something that you actually have to get good at.
Oh my god, you fucking skank. Bend me over. I'm gonna walk out the cut. Please don't subscribe on camera. There's like my pussy is like the first thing.
No, we'll blur it out.
Do it later. I love that it shows my Spotify intake on there, by the way.
Yeah, what a feature. What like a MySpace
like literally
feature.
what a feature.
A MySpace feature.
Yeah.
I hope that he's like just buying it and watching it over there. That's fucking hysterical.
Where we at for time, boy?
We got about 5 minutes.
5 minutes.
Plug your stuff. What's your plan to get
my
famous?
stuff.
What's your
my plan to get famous? I'm gonna be Tana Mojo 2.0. I honestly really want to start. I really would love to like make a YouTube channel and like honestly like vlog on TikTok and like do like crazy shit like behind the work shit as a stripper, like just stupid like day in my life shit. I feel like it would be just so fun.
That'd blow up.
I feel like it totally would because
It'd
like
blow up.
I'm not like in like a shit area. I'm not in a shit area. I'm in fucking Milwaukee. I'm always out doing like cool shit or like at least like something fucking interesting. And if it's not interesting, I'll make it interesting.
Right.
Yeah.
My personality will take the fuck over. But my Instagrams, I have 2. I have my main, which is Halo, I think 77.7, and then my stripper account is Halo.6.66 for a reason, because it's the Noltia version. Both of them are public, and both of them are, you know, spicy and wonderful and great. People save and send my shit all the time on my stripper story and my stripper stuff, and it's really weird. So please don't be weird. Don't text me and try to hang out with me. Please don't. Please
what
don't.
do you-
I don't want to be friends with anybody.
do you-
I need to go celibate and just be a fucking monk for like a couple months. Like, this is my last thing for a while. I'm going off the grid.
You're going out
The
grid.
tour is
Going
over.
on the
The
grid.
press tour.
As I just said, I wanted to be famous, and
The Halo tour is over.
You should,
yeah, it
you
actually
should
just
make-
started. Now it's over.
You should do like fake like situations or beef with people. That's what Tana. That's how Tana Mon.
I think
Look
I'm
at
just
her.
gonna start pulling out like random celebrity names from like a bucket and be like, fuck Jennifer Aniston, like
go off.
just like, hey people, dude, should I get in the Kanye biz? I love Kanye, but like Pete Davidson. Davidson. He's so cute.
He has no skin, no fat on his body.
No fat, no nothing.
Well, we really do appreciate you coming on. This was this was fun.
I'm
this was
always
actually
around.
this
like,
was a lot of fun.
seriously.
You should start a
Maybe-
beef with us.
I would really prefer not to do that. I
No,
feel like
don't
that's
do that.
a
No, you should
little
just become
rude.
friend of the show instead of guest of the show. Become
Oh
friend
yeah,
of
I'll
the
be a
show.
part of it. Are you kidding me? I'll be the only bitch in it. Hell yeah. I usually am the only bitch anywhere, so it's fine.
But we do appreciate you coming on. This was a fun time. This was a good talk. I like that we covered a lot, and that was fun.
Hell
We went
yeah.
from spot to spot, and that was cool. Well, thank you everyone for tuning in.
We should do layers with Halo, because I'm like an onion. We can get into deeper shit every single time. So I'm
Patreon.
sorry. I thought that'd be
Patreon.
cool as
That'll be
fuck, because this
Patreon.
was like very mild, and I was like, I thought we were gonna get into some like crazy shit.
Well, you still
Scream
got
at each
like
other.
probably like 3 or 4 minutes if you want to get into
3
some
or 4
crazy
hours.
shit.
3 or 4 hours.
I want to hurt the people really quick.
If you want to just dive into some crazy cowabunga. you know.
Cowabunga. No, I don't want to like
Save
waste
it.
y'all time. It's fucking. I know you got a bedtime. You give me bedtime vibes. You got school in the morning?
Dude, she getting you, bro.
I dropped out. I'm
Yeah.
I
unemployed.
never went to college.
We're professional dropouts.
Oh, purr. Love to see it. Like J. Cole. Love that.
We're out
Out.
like a light.
Oh
Yeah.
no. Oh no.
Thank you for tuning in to the podcast. We appreciate all the listeners. Thank you to Halo for coming on today.
Stern like my dad.
We'd like to thank That's a Beauty for Productions for doing all the work that they do with the clips and the YouTube videos and everything else that they help us out with. Bryce, our wonderful, beautiful producer. We'd like to thank www.iconosha.com for helping us with the studio set, and we also like to say thanks to Case Jackal for helping us do, you know, all the outside non-film stuff with with the set. But check us out, please. You got Halo stuff. Check her out. Check out, Tipped and Stiff. It's everywhere. It's
Definitely.
the biggest podcast in the world after Joe Rogan gets canceled. On Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, the works. And have a blessed evening.
Peace and love.
Beauty.